Good morning.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
We're halfway through a week, and more than halfway for me.
That's true. Somebody has a shortened work week.
I do.
And in case you're brand new to us, I'm Brendan. Heather is right there.
But also just right there, so we could see each other.
Crazy.
We're in the same room here.
Magic.
Yes. And Anchor Brendan Kinney usually reads comments. I'm Meteorologist Heather Bricca. I'll go through the forecast. And if you have specific questions about the weather, especially with our changing weather pattern, we're getting out of this warm, sunny weather pattern. If you have specific outdoor plans, we can take a closer look at any location, not just northern Michigan. I can do my best. I can zoom in on any part of the map you want me to.
It's true.
We can always take a closer look, but Brendan doesn't want to say goodbye to summer.
Not yet. Yeah, one of our friends on Facebook Live earlier this morning hit the nail on the head. Loves fall. I forget her name is. Diane. No, not. Anyway, somebody said they love fall, but they're sad to see summer go.
Yeah, it's bittersweet this time of year because I feel like I'm about done with the heat, humidity. Every time it was really warm, we also usually had humidity around. And then I do like the sun, but fall is so pretty here. And I like the cooler temperatures. I like the cooler overnight lows. And then the weather becomes a little bit more active.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives me more to worry about, look at. But we're already starting to see some colors on the leaves right now. Those cool overnight lows are telling the trees to kind of go dormant, which also means it's giving a signal for apple season. Yeah. So apples are going to be probably closer to peak just in the next few days or so.
Are donuts in season right now too?
When are donuts never in season?
Some cider and donuts.
Yeah.
We're getting to that time of year.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game though. If I smell them, then I want them. But if I don't, then I'm like, okay, I don't eat the donut. I don't.
Dangerous yet delicious.
Yeah. And then we were talking on our other Facebook Live, it's National Eat Extra Dessert Day.
Yeah, that's what our friend Mark told us.
According to Mark. I haven't looked that up, but I said maybe it's a dessert for dinner kind of night.
Was it last night that you had dessert for dinner?
No, but some nights I will have a girl dinner, which just means not really a real dinner, not balanced, but an ice cream sandwich is still a sandwich.
Sure.
So sometimes I've done that. But yesterday I made some really good Thai-inspired meatballs over rice. Yeah. And they were super good. Some red curry, some coconut milk, some paprika, sriracha, super good. Yeah. And then I had like fresh onions and jalapenos and cilantro in there. Super good. I'm a big meatball girl lately. All these like interesting flavored meatballs have kind of been my dinner inspiration.
Sounds really good.
Yeah. And if you've been watching Facebook Live, you know that I like to cook a lot and bake, but.
I had store-bought soup last night. It was good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have to really talk myself into cooking a meal yesterday because I was not in the mood the day before. Yeah. And so Nate made breakfast for dinner because I was like not in the mood to cook. But yeah, I had all the ingredients. I'm like, I gotta just make it, and all my fresh stuff will go bad. So that's also the motivation of the meat's defrosted. It was a turkey meatball, so it was a generally healthy meal. Pretty low in calorie, but a lot of good flavors. So.
Any honey?
No, but just a little pinch of sugar, just to make it a little sweet to kind of offset the spicy.
See the transition?
But yeah, honey. I did think about adding honey to it. I did. My honey's a little hard right now. It's getting to the crystallization stage.
Yeah, Gib goes, I don't think she noticed. Yeah,
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it. So if you are using honey, especially in the morning, I love good honey on toast, stuff like that. So we are talking about honeybees in the weather quiz. So what is the average lifespan of a honeybee? And they're the worker honeybees. So is it less than 40 days, 1 year, or more than 1 year?
It's a loud car that just went
by. I think that's a semi-truck, Brendan. Car. Or an Elmer's work truck. Those kind of come from Leelanau County and come down M72. So that's probably more likely the case. They're going to the construction projects. So we are waking up to a cool start. If you're heading out the door, especially in the northern lower, we are seeing those cooler temperatures, and you can see that temperature map. Mainly inland is where we're seeing those cooler temperatures this morning. 45 in Grayling, 58 in Gaylord, 63 on Mackinac Island. Otherwise, the weather is pretty quiet here. Although you can see an isolated, very isolated shower. A lot of that didn't even make it to the ground early this morning. But otherwise, high pressures overhead over the Great Lakes. We are seeing some showers out to our west, closer to the Dakotas this morning. And that's where our current low pressure system will really sit. That will be moving in and dropping in, kind of merging with another low in the Canadian region. So that's what we'll deal with, is that high pressure today and those warm temperatures. If you're going golfing, it's a good golfing forecast, although it could be a bit hot and hazy. And I'll also show you the allergy report too, because we're talking about allergies, and the smoke could definitely aggravate it. If you have any breathing problems too today, all the western wildfire smoke will be coming in. We're looking at a mostly sunny sky, but it will be filtered with haze, some clouds in the upper levels, 76 to around 85. And then a southwesterly wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour. We could see gusts closer to 20, so it could be an issue, especially if you're close to the shoreline today. I think that's where we'll see higher wind gusts. But our main weather makers, what we're tracking next, it's the next weather maker, it's a cold front. So we'll drop in with that low pressure system. It will arrive late Thursday in the afternoon into Friday morning. We're tracking mostly showers and a few storms. Now, we do just have a thunderstorm risk in much of Michigan. None of us are under any severe weather threat with this main system, which means although we could see some rain and hear some thunderstorms, we're not looking at any of the severe stuff like hail of an inch or greater, or even wind gusts of up to 55 miles per hour. That's what defines a severe thunderstorm. So we're not going to be dealing with that. That is the good news, but it will be a little bit more wet in the coming days. So here's a look at the mowing forecast. I know we have some Facebook Live viewers who do a lot of yard work and landscaping. Today will be a good day for that. The first half of Thursday will be good until the rain moves in. It'll move from the west to the east. So if you're on the eastern side, I think, later showers will move in. So if you're going to put it off until after work, that might be an issue. And then Friday and Saturday, we're looking at some showers still around, even into Sunday, and then those cooler temperatures with that. So here's a look at the timing. This is just Stormcast pulled out until Thursday morning. So this is around mid-morning. We're going to see some clouds around, wind still out of the south. It looks like closer to 2 or even 3 o'clock is where we'll start to see rain moving into the eastern upper peninsula. And again, the timing could change with this, but this is just kind of what we're thinking. It looked like it was a little bit slower moving. Now it looks like we could see it more in the afternoon. Either way, later in the day tomorrow is where we're expecting the rain. And then that'll move down into the northern lower, so from the west to the east as this cold front drops in. And then that's tomorrow night. So around dinner hour, rain into overnight. That's where we could hear some rumbles of thunder, some thunderstorms possible. And then rain will linger into the day on Friday. And then we're looking at those chances even into the weekend too. The Wednesday air quality report, as I mentioned, I don't have an allergy problem really, but even my allergies are getting a little aggravated. Grass is going to be a moderate level today. So the grass pollen will be an issue. Weeds are low. And then pollen, ragweed pollen will be moderate, and smoke will be moderate just due to our hazy skies. So all those things together, you could be dealing with those allergies, especially if you're outside. At least this weekend, so we're talking about cool, more fall-like weather on tap, 56 to 60 degrees on Saturday, a few showers around, a bit breezy. So if we see dry slotting happening with this system, which means there's just a drier air mass in between our fronts, we could see less rain, but otherwise the weather story will be the wind. And then Sunday, those cooler temperatures around, scattered light showers will be possible. 4-zone forecast highs today, a warm one, upper 70s in the eastern upper peninsula, 77 or 78. Pretty much no matter where you're at, mostly sunny sky and haze. 80 in Gaylord, 81 in Atlanta, Rogers City, 83 in Traverse City, Boyd City, 82. So warm, and then that southwesterly breeze right off the lake. Could see some higher gusts there. And then tonight, a mostly clear sky, comfortable evening if you want to keep the windows open. We're looking at 50s and 60s in the eastern UP, 50s, 60s, and even if you're inland, we could see upper 40s. So it's always a bit cooler closer to Crawford County, Roscommon. Those are where we see cooler spots overnight. And then 59 Traverse City, mostly clear sky, hardly any clouds around, but we will still see some haze around tonight, I think. I think it will still linger around until our air mass gets forced out with that low pressure system. And so we're looking at those 40s and 50s in those southern counties. Clear, mostly clear, but otherwise a quiet evening. And then the extended forecast, a look ahead. So PM showers Thursday. It's going to feel a bit muggy tomorrow too. So on top of the dry start, warm temperatures will feel muggy until the showers happen. Probably still muggy as those showers are falling. And then cooler temperatures Friday because that cold front will move in those cooler temperatures with it. Few showers, breezy Saturday, and then Sunday still cool. When those highs are 50s and low 60s, it's gonna be cool, I feel like.
Looking and feeling like fall, Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I already have my sweatshirts out. I've been wearing them to work in the morning. So I think it's time to kind of put some of the summer stuff away a little bit.
Get those PSLs out.
But I never say, and I remember when Mark would fill in, or if he was on the mornings too, he would say, oh, this is gonna be the last hottest weekend sometimes. And I'm always like, we could have like a warm, air mass moving in. So I'm never gonna say never, but I do think we're just trending in that cooler direction.
Yeah.
And those cooler temperatures, the longer days, they're behind us. We're getting shorter and shorter days, which means shorter and shorter daytime heating. And so usually it'll be a bit cooler, hopefully. More fall-like.
Yeah, those average highs decreasing as we get closer and closer to the end of the year.
And then the highs this weekend well below average.
Well, it's 54 and it's fair, according to Christopher in Farmington Hills.
Nice.
It's also 54 for Joel there at the Pleasanton Patriots Pub. It's sunny where he is. Mark is saying good morning from Mayo. It's 51 degrees there. Chris said it's chilly in Chicago.
I believe it.
We have Wally watching. Good morning to you, Wally. Jackie is watching from Kalkaska. It's 52 and sunny. Hi, Jackie. It's 51 for Susie Q in Frederick. She said another beautiful day to enjoy bike riding and reading a book.
That sounds like a pleasant day.
It sure does. Jackie is guessing less than 40 days for the weather quiz. And Joel said, trick question today. Answer is both less than 40 days and more than a year. And he says, I know about bees. My friend has them all over our area. So that's what.
We're talking about worker honeybees, though. So I'm not asking about the queen bee, all those other things going on where we could see, different answers. I think so. If you want to adjust your answer, you can. But we're just talking about the worker honeybees. So an average one that produces honey and pollinates just during the months that they're out.
Gotcha. Jackie's ready for cider and donuts. Good, I'm not the only one.
See?
So good.
You can't not be ready for it. It's going to happen anyway, so.
So Mark is in Fremont, Indiana, 58 degrees. I think it was that Mark talking about the extra dessert day today.
I think you're right. Yeah. It's coming back to me.
Extra donut?
Donut?
Donut. Nancy is chiming in from East Jordan. Hey, Nancy. It's 56 degrees there. 57 from Susan's viewing location there in Kalkaska, Susan Lash Sims. Paul's watching from Rogers City. Susan Lash Sims guessing less than 40 days. Susie Q is guessing 1 year. Nancy is guessing less than 40 days. And Christopher said, nice gray dress, Heather.
Thank you.
Joel wants to know if he's going to be seeing Lori this afternoon. And Joel also says, nice dress, Heather.
Thank you.
What's going on with Miss Christine, a.k.a. Mom? Hey, Mom.
Mama Kinney, good morning.
She said, good morning, Facebook friends, and adds, looks like a fall leaf because it's multicolored. Those fall colors. Benji and I are sitting in Kroger waiting for a friend. Actually turned on the heat this morning. We've been turning on our seat warmers in our cars the past couple of days.
Yep, I definitely wanted it this morning, but then by the time I get up to our hill, I'm kind of overheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn down the power a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom said it looks like a beautiful day. She wanted to go to the Y today, but she slept in. She said, usually I don't need an alarm.
Ooh.
Well, I'm glad
we were just talking about how we had one of our weather watchers message us at 4:30 in the morning saying that we looked bright, cheery, and awake, which I'm glad we seemed that way, but I was exhausted yesterday. We had a lot of fun doing go-kart fun, which we'll show you probably here in a second, but I was tired, and Brendan, I know, I don't want to speak for you, but...
Dealing with allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, I'm glad my mom's getting some rest.
Yeah. Your body needs it. You might as well.
Yeah, hopefully you can go to the Y another day.
Yeah. There's always tomorrow.
So Joel is now guessing less than 40 days, Heather. Wally's going with the same option. Alice from Alpena is watching. We appreciate that, Alice. It's 58 where she is. Christopher loves the jelly or cream-filled donut. He said, yummy. And we agree, Christopher. Alice guessing less than 40 days. Looks like we're all caught up, Heather.
Yeah. So we can do the weather quiz fun, and then Gib, if you want to pull up the video, if you can, that would be a fun thing to show our friends. But what is the average lifespan of worker honeybees? Is it less than 40, 1 year, or more than 1 year?
I'm also guessing the less than 40-day option.
It is about less than 40 days on average, and during their lifespan, they'll visit at least 1,000 flowers, pollinating them. Though queen bee can live up to about a year or more. It depends, and it all depends on the colony. There's a lot of things, but usually worker honeybees don't live very long, on average closer to 6 weeks. So here's a look at our weather quiz standings this morning. It's an even Steven week, we'll call it. Everyone's 2 for 3. And our Facebook viewer today, that was Mr. Mark chiming in. If you'd like to be our Facebook viewer of the day that we mentioned on live television, you'll have to join us for our informal, fun, behind-the-scenes Facebook Live at 6:20.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
And then Wally's saying, I like the honey, but I also like that this time of year tomatoes are coming, and there's nothing like a good Michigan tomato and a BLT.
Yeah, I bought some Michigan-grown little cherry tomatoes at the farmer's market Saturday, and they're very delicious.
You can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't.
Delicious.
I miss my parents' homegrown cherry tomatoes. I could just go in the backyard and pick and eat whenever I wanted to.
Yeah, perfect bite-sized tomatoes.
They are, yeah.
Got that video ready, Gib?
Awesome.
All right. So we went to a brand new place in Grand Traverse County, just outside the city limits of Traverse City. We did some riding and go-karts, which Madison and Heather were really excited for. I was wearing the GoPro there.
He was. And so these are not your average go-karts. We were kind of going in there just anticipating some fun, but they're high-speed go-karts. So they go fast. You can see that's me speeding around the corner. I was a little speed demon yesterday.
Madison.
But I was like, they're telling us we could go fast. They can kind of control the speed too. If they think that, you know, you got a good handle on it, they can give you a boost, if you will. So I was going pretty quick. It was fun. A lot of twists and turns there. So you don't have to be an experienced racer to do these go-karts at all. You kind of get the feeling for them, and anyone can do it, but they also have leagues and races. It's a big thing that's, you know, across the United States and other countries too, but you can do it here in Traverse City.
Yeah, it's called K1 Speed, and it just opened. You can have parties there, and Madison, if you're not aware, she goes around to different events and locations across northern Michigan highlighting some fun things to do. So we strapped on some GoPros, and we had a great time yesterday. So thanks, Gib, for bringing that up.
It was so fun.
And I know Madison's working on getting that online, upnorthlive.com.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Do we still hear? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
some
go-karts.
that sound.
Apparently those can go up to 70 miles an hour. Now, we weren't going anywhere close to 70 yesterday.
No,
They're really
and
powerful.
I guess the track speed record is like 22.6 miles per hour. So,
Gotcha.
It's just, I think, you know, this track specifically has a lot of twists and turns, so you're not able to go in the straightaways as fast as what the limit would be on these high-speed go-karts. But they are like Formula One cars for inside.
It was a good time.
It exceeded my expectations. I knew it was going to be fun anyway. but it was really fun. I was going real fast.
Yeah, and Joel said, looks like fun, and Susie Q said, awesome, let's go. And Christopher said, reminds him of Nintendo's Mario Kart, there being a video game there.
Yeah, it was. It's real life video game fun.
And then Jackie's been having some audio issues lately. Maybe try updating the app or close out of it, get back into it.
Always close out first if you have an issue, and then if not, you might need to update it. Or if you haven't restarted your phone in a minute, you might need to restart your phone. Sometimes that's just what fixes my phone from glitching too, because I'll keep it on all the time. I keep it on the charger and it'll start glitching too.
Working on our end, so not sure what's going on.
Confirmed.
All right, and tomorrow, we're always looking at tomorrow.
Yeah.
Madison's going to be live with your front row seat to a fireworks competition in Grand Traverse County.
So much fun, and that is coming up here, right? Pretty soon.
Yes, this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah, so right around the corner. So if you're not doing anything this weekend, I guess we'll find out more too. Weather is looking a little iffy. I don't know if it's completely weather dependent.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think that might be a game time decision. So I'll have Madison ask those questions tomorrow morning. But we'll be live 4:30 to 7. Miss Madison starts her live portions like around 6 in the morning, but she's live 6:15 and 6:45. And she'll have those details on how you can be a part of the international competition.
Well, good deal. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow morning. We'll see you then.